Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Q1 FY'25 conference call of Transformers and Rectifiers India Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be on listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need any assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touch-tone phone. Please note that this conference call is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Shubhadeep Mitra from Nuvama Institutional Equity. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Good evening, friends. On behalf of Nuvama Institutional Equity, welcoming you all to the first quarter FY'25 results conference call of Transformers and Rectifiers India Limited. We have with us today the top management of the company, represented by Mr. Jitendra Mamtora, Chairman, Mr. Satyan Mamtora, Managing Director, and Mr. Chanchal Rajora, CFO and Advisor to the Board. I would now like to hand over the call to Mr. Satyan Mamtora for his opening comments. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for joining us on this earnings conference call. We are delighted to have you here as we discuss the company's performance over the past quarter and the year ahead. Following on our board meeting earlier today, we promptly released our financial results and investor presentation on the stock exchange. We are particularly pleased with our order book position and the diverse range of orders secured throughout the year across various sectors, including solar power, private industries, and power utilities. Notably, our new orders this quarter amounted to 698 crores. Additionally, we have achieved a significant milestone with the maiden order of 4 STATCOM transformers of single phase, marking the first for an Indian company to be in the specialized segment. Our unexecuted order book as of 30th June 2024 stands at 2,929 crores. Currently, we have inquiries worth 17,500 crores under negotiation and bidding stage. Looking ahead to the remainder of the fiscal year 2025, we have successfully navigated through phases of stabilization, turnaround, and growth. We are now focused on consolidation, expansion, and achieving sustainable profitability. We have implemented strategic growth initiatives across the organization, which are already reflecting positively on our performance. Our revenue targets for the year remain unchanged. We extend our sincere gratitude to each participant for joining on our earnings call and for your continued support and trust. We hope we have addressed all your queries satisfactorily. Moving forward, we are excited about the upcoming milestones. New capacity for renewable energies will commence production from December 2024. Our fully automated radiator manufacturing facility will be operational from September 2024. We have initiated journey towards backward integration of critical components, exploring new avenues for organic and inorganic growth. Our revenue targets for current fiscal year remain steadfast. Furthermore, we are proud to have received an Operational Excellence Award from Power Grid and to have successfully exported 220 MVA electric arc furnace transformer, one of the largest ratings ever manufactured globally. Once again, thank you all for your participation and support. We look forward to your continued partnership as we progress into the next phase of our growth journey. With this, I conclude my remarks, and now I would like to hand over the call to our CFO, Mr. Chanchal Rajora, for his comments and financial parameters.
Thank you, MD sir, for providing an overview on the current quarter as well as the year ahead. I would now like to share some key financial highlights with your esteemed shareholders. Dear shareholders, I am pleased to present the accomplishment of our company for the first quarter of FY'25, which has been one of our strongest first quarter in recent past years, marked by the substantial growth in the revenue and profitability. Financial highlights. In quarter one, our standalone revenue reaches rupees 311 crore rupees, reflecting an impressive year-on-year increase of 103%. We achieved an EBITDA of rupees 42.53 crore rupees, a significant rise of 633% year-on-year basis. with an EBITDA margin of 13.65%. Our profit after tax stood at rupees 18.41 crore, showing a robust increase of 268 year-on-year, with a PAT margin of 5.83. Our consolidated revenue reaches to 322 crore rupees, reflecting an impressive year-on increase of 107%. We achieved an EBITDA of rupees 46.22 crore, a significant rise of 650% year-on-year basis, with an EBITDA margin of 14.35% at consolidated groups level. Our profit after tax stood at 20.87 crore rupees, showing a robust increase of 268% on year-on-year basis, with a PAT margin of 6.4% on the consolidated books. During the quarter, we secured the orders for totaling 698 crore rupees, highlighting our strong momentum in order inflow. As of June 30th, 2024, our unexecuted order book states rupees 2,926 crores. We are delighted to announce a significant achievement for our organization as it successfully raised 500 crore rupees through a qualified institutional placement in just 3 weeks' time, marking a historic milestone in the Indian market. This accomplishment not only underscores the strength of our business fundamentals, but also reflects robust investor confidence in our vision and the growth prospects. The unprecedented speed with which we completed the QIP highlights our efficiency and ability in navigating financial market, further solidifying our position as a leader in the industry. Throughout FY'25, we have placed significant emphasis on the people management and the upskill initiatives, acknowledging the pivot role of our workforce in our success. We are focused on enhancing technical skills for forecasting leadership readiness and improving overall competitiveness across our manufacturing, sales and engineering division. Looking forward, we are optimizing about our prospects for FY'25, anticipating enhancements across various financial metrics. Our strategies are centered on achieving a streamlined balance sheet by reducing debtors and optimizing inventory management. Our ultimate aim is to transform into a debt-free company in the near future, supported by the clear and actionable plan already underway. In conclusion, we are all well positioned to capitalize the opportunity within India's evolving energy sector with robust corporate governance, advanced technology, superior products, and a dedicated team. We are confident in our path towards the sustainable and profitable growth. I extend my full gratitude to our customers, the board and management, and particularly to our committed employees for unwavering dedication and support. Thank you very much. Subhadip. Moderator, you can start Q&A session, please.
Sure thing. Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touch-tone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Mohit Kumar from ICICI Securities. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir, and congratulations on a very, very good set of numbers. So my first question is, can you just talk about the opportunity landscape, the breakup of rupees 178 billion orders under negotiation? Is it possible to break this into power transformer and distribution transformers? And any timelines and expect this order to get finalized?
So most of this would be, let's say 95% of this would be in power transformers and solar transformers. Remaining 5% would be distribution transformers.
And is it fair to say that we are talking mostly about interstate transmission system in India?
Yeah, we are talking about mostly about interstate transmission systems in India.
And So my second question is, can you talk about the reactors order book? It has grown massively in last 2-3 years. Is it primarily for high voltage? And any color on the competition on the reactors will be very, very helpful. Yeah.
See, as far as reactors are concerned, there are very few players. 5 or 6 players are there in the game who are manufacturing these and who have the technology for manufacturing reactors. Demand for the reactor is going to go primarily because of the renewable energy, which creates a lot of harmonics, and then it's to be filtered, and then it will disturb the grids. To stabilize the grid, you need the reactor. So it is now, it's just like if I see the recent orders, with one transformer, there are about 2 to 3 reactors, something like that. So requirement of reactor is increasing like anything, and it is also, they are intending to increase the capacity of the reactors much above today's limit of 110 MVAR for 765 kV transformers and 125 MVAR 3-phase for 400 kV transformers. They are going to increase this to improve the efficiency and to also reduce the overall cost of the reactor.
So is it fair to say that the reactors would still be around 700,000 crore per year market, or do you think it will be much smaller?
It will be something like that. It will be something like that.
Understood. My last question, sir, when do you expect to see your IDT transformer booking starting? Is it fair to say that we can see some amount of booking in Q2 or Q3? Q2?
See, we have, we are forced to accept some orders from some of our valued customers. We can't deny them. But, we are going to automatize the production of the IDT transformer, not only to reduce the cost, but also to improve the operating efficiency so that we can deliver something like 100 transformers per month. This is our ultimate goal, and we are getting ready for that. We have ordered the machineries. We have started the construction for the new bay. It's going to be exclusive bay for manufacturing IDTs for the solar plants, smaller transformers up to 15 or 16 or 18 MVA. And besides that, some special transformers will also be produced in that, which matches the compulsion will be the restriction of the crane and the height of the crane. So whatever we can do in that, we will do it, which includes transformers like rectifier transformers, and also for the upcoming hydrogen projects for which we have started getting the inquiry. We have manufactured one for GE USA, and we have supplied to them. So many more orders are going to come from there. The total requirement is something like 2,300 transformers in a year, only for hydrogen projects. Electrolyzers. So electrolyzer, the rectifier, and the transformer. We'll be supplying only the transformer. Rectifier part will be supplied by somebody else, and electrolyzer will be their own make, or maybe they may outsource them, like they outsource rectifier and the transformers.
So
this is the main, yeah.
Are you expecting something like 30-40 GVA of IDT market for in India for the next couple of years? Is it fair to assume that?
Very frankly speaking, we have not really worked on that. But there are ample of business, like we were talking to Adani, they need about 1,000 transformers in a year. Similarly, companies like Renew, companies like ECME, they also require that, and recently Avada also, they require something like 700, 800 transformers. Each transformer will be costing around, if I'm not mistaken, about 1.2 crores.
1.2 crores.
It's something like that. So it's a huge opportunity. It is only based on how reliable you are and how quickly you deliver, because everything is based on your delivery time. So we are trying to set up the a plant for manufacturing 100 transformers in a month. So that means about 100 transformers in a month, 1,200 transformers in a year. So almost 4 transformers a day. So it is, we can easily do that. You know, we have done that in the past for the Adani. So we can do that. It's not a big thing.
Understood, sir. Thank you and all the best, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Ganesh Ram from Unifi Capital. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So just if you could help us understand in connection to the previous question, solar IDTs, the capacity that's coming in, I think you mentioned in September 2024, like what's the competitive landscape like for this particular product? And then do we see any impact on the margins, on the positive or downside? Maybe that's the first question.
So the new plant will be operational by we start producing transformers from the new plant in December 2024, sir.
Okay.
And the competitors there are also competitors there, but with the kind of situation, everybody is either booked or they have enough to supply the transformers. So there is no such undercutting for the price of the transformers.
Got it. And just to sort of understand how, the realizations and margins sort of compare to our existing product mix, yeah.
The realization will be very similar to the current product mix. There should not be any change, positive or negative, towards the realization of this on this new transformers that we are manufacturing.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Shubhadeep Mitra from Nuvama.
Yes, sir. So my question is, firstly, just clarifying on the guidance. If I remember correctly, I think your previous guidance for FY'25 was sales of 2,000 crore for full year and around 14% EBITDA margins. Are you still maintaining the same guidance?
Subhadeep, if you just heard our opening comment of Satyen sir, he has clearly mentioned that our revenue guidelines remains in the same line. So we will be 2,000 crore rupees is quite achievable, and we are working on that. And EBITDA margin will definitely be on your expectations.
Understood. And similarly, if one is to take, let's say, a view 2 to 3 years down, what kind of, let's say, revenue growth over a 2-year period and, let's say, target margins over a 2 to 3 year period would you be looking to target or achieve?
Subhadeep, next 3 years, we are well poised to reach 4,500 to 5,000 crore numbers on a standalone basis, with the EBITDA levels of somewhere 16 to 17% levels. And we also see a better growth in our consolidation books in terms of the numbers because of the backward integration and backward expansions what we are doing.
Understood. If you could also help us with an update on the acquisitions that you were targeting to do as well as the backward integration.
Okay. Subhadeep, we have raised the QIP in last month, and there are certain objects we have mentioned in our PD, and we are working on that directions, and I'll make you sure that the funds will be utilized only for those purpose. And soon we will be starting working on those directions. We already started working on the backward integration side on the fabrication unit. As one of the largest fabrication unit, we are working on that. Work has started on that part. And on the another side, we are working on that, and when the right time will come, we will definitely announce that.
Understood. And lastly, I think sir mentioned that we are looking to have the new facility having the ability to manufacture, a large number of transformers on a monthly basis. So that is going to come from the new factory, which is expected by December 24?
No, we are expanding our Changodar plant. So the December 2024, Changodar plant is being expanded to include solar transformers and green hydrogen transformers.
Understood. Then the ability to do, 100 transformers in a year, that will be from which year?
Yes. This new facility, what we are making in Changodar, you missed last month May visit actually. You would have seen by yourself the progress there. So we are expecting somewhere between 12,000 to 15,000 MV yearly basis from there. So as the chairman sir just guided that 100 transformer of 15 MV range will not be a big thing from here.
Understood, sir. Perfect. Thank you so much for answering my questions.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Gunjan Kabra from Niveshaay. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity. So my first question is that so there are some news articles stating that 44,000 crores of transmission projects are getting delayed by PGCIL. There are 18 projects getting delayed by 32 months and 8 projects getting delayed by 12 months or so. So what's your sense on the delay, because that might delay the execution, though it's the need of the hour and demand for transformers is really good in the industry. So is there a delay in the execution on the transmission side, and how can it impact us in terms of execution, if you can guide?
See, this is the report which we have read today in the paper about the trouble they are facing for executing the entire project as they have promised because of the availability of the fund. But I think with PGCIL there are other private players also like Adani and Tata Power and Sterlite. So they will be pushing in, to get these orders. Now, so far, whatever orders have in place are mainly from the orders which we have received are mainly from Power Grid. Now, they may have been, I don't know, why they are of the opinion that there may be, they may stall some of the projects, but I don't see that. The kind of what should I say? The feeling which we get from them, they are even now trying to get into 1200 kV AC lines at 2 or 3 of the 765 kV lines. They will be converting to, or 400 kV lines. So they will be converting to 1150 kV lines, and they have called for the meeting of the stakeholders to see their response, whether they will be ready with this. So our question was the same thing, that if there is no enough order, investing for 1200 kV transformers separately will be a big challenge. But we need some clarification from them, how much transformer they are going to require, and on the basis of that, people will come out with the facility. Because it is to be manufactured in the same facility, but they are going to be much larger transformers than what they are buying today. It will be a bank of 3000 MVA, single bank, as against today what they have is 1500 MVA. So 1500 MVA to 3000 MVA is a big jump. But the problems will be faced in transportation also, because each transformer will be weighing something like 425 to 450 tons. So transportation, that the bridges which are built are in a position to take that load, or they will have to have a separate route for that, something like that. So these are the challenges, but this is going to come by 2027. That is what they are expecting. So, I don't think there will be slowdown as mentioned in the paper today, the news, small news which has come. I don't know why, but we are not getting any feeling like that from Power Grid.
On the contrary, we are being, we are having meetings with them every weekly on our dispatches and how we are going to meet their targets. So, in fact, they are pushing us to do more. So, it is on the contrary what is being said in the newspaper today.
Okay, so you think there is not much delay in terms of not only PGCIL, sir, but other ways also on the transmission side, because there are a lot of external factors also for them to, get it executed. So is there anything where we are not only from their side, but on the other fronts also might be a delay in execution, or are we on track? Because
we are very much on track.
Very much on track. Okay.
Gunjan, if you have done, there is one more thing I want to add that a week back, if you have seen the news article where the central government has basically instructed power utilities to enhance their capex on the T&D sides.
So the enhancement capex guideline is already there, and there is going to be a huge demand, but that is there. I'm not denying that, but just on the execution front, because you are into this business day in, day out, so you might know a little better than what all of us know. So just wanted to gain an insight, because this is a need of the hour that's there. I mean, because the generation is happening, transmission has to be there. So my second question is, what is our strategy in terms of the export market comparatively? Because there are high numbers of on the transmission side of what US, Europe, and Africa are going to spend on the transmission. And so, are we? What's our strategy going forward for the exports? And I guess comparatively margins are also a little higher, and we have got some approval. So, how are we seeing the export market going forward?
Gunjan, if you have been tracking our hearing calls and investor calls, our investor interaction, we have been always guiding about the export strategies, that how we are focusing on the export market. Also, we have mentioned in our various calls that we have a target of reaching 25% of order book by end of FY'26. And we are working on that directions. We have our full-time employee based out of, you can say, Europe. We have our agents across the countries, and we are increasing our footprints, and we have significantly actually enhanced our export team. So we are working on that directions, but in the same time, we don't want to lose our Indian customers or Indian opportunities just in order to have the export market, which will give the room to the other people to enter where we are strong. So we are balancing and working on both the sides, and as guided that FY'26, you will see 25% of our entire order book will be from the export side.
Okay, got it. So the third question is, when we talk about, we are getting backward integrated, like into tanks, radiators, and, bushings and core CRGO. So, what kind of an EBITDA margin, like how much of that supply is right now captively used? Are we sufficient in terms of our capacities, but though we are enhancing it as well? So likewise, if I see a power transformer company manufacturing transformers plus with you guys manufacturing with backward integration, so what kind of a margins can we see? Because tanks and all are also 8-10% EBITDA margin business. So what kind of a margin expansion, or maybe likewise, what's the difference that we can see if we compare two players with backward integration and not backward integrated?
See, there is a misconnect there. Today, if you see the EBIT margins with the tank manufacturers, it is more than 25%. Yeah, it's huge because there are no availability of the tanks in spite of so much of requirement of the tank. So everybody is struggling to get the tanks at whatever price. The tank which we are getting at 110 rupees today is costing me 160 rupees. And if I go for export of those tanks, it will be more than 350 rupees a kilo. taking into account 20% as the transportation cost from here to America, still, you will make a huge profit. So, and the plant which we are thinking about, or which plant we intend to have, is going to be more of automatic, with less manpower, and it is going to be the largest plant in the world for tank manufacturing. It is going to be the largest, and I mean it. So, there are no such facilities to have such a huge capacity plant for manufacturing transformer tanks.
Okay. And so what kind of 17,500 is the order inquiry pipeline that we have? So what part of that can be addressed in FY'25 in terms of tenders? Any idea on that?
Gunjan, look, the inquiries, order generation is a continuous process of business. Right? Inquiries that keep coming and getting materialized on the order side. So it's a continuous process to us, and as you see that every year we are increasing our order book significantly. Right? There is a robust increase as compared to the FY'23 to FY'24. And it is going to be the significant increase in the FY'25 order book also. So I can't tell you that how much percentage and all this, right? But we are working on the guided guidelines and where we want to reach to the 3 years down the line. Okay? Okay,
got it. Thank you so much and good luck. Thank you so much and good luck.
Just to add up some of your questions about the backward integration. The backward integration is going to add at least 100 BPS in my standalone books on the EBITDA margin levels.
100 BPS. Okay.
Minimum. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Sarvesh Gupta from Maximal Capital. Please go ahead.
Sir, good evening and congratulations for a decent set of numbers. Sir, in this quarter we have seen some slowdown on a QoQ basis. So, were there any factors which led to that? Because we were thinking that because the buying and the demand has been very strong, so you will be continuously sort of fulfilling and booking the orders also in this quarter as well.
Sarvesh, basically it's not the slowdown, it is basically the deliverables, right? There are the certain numbers we have to deliver in a certain time periods. So this numbers are what we are based on that, and there is a slightly you can say that crunch on that because there were a small delay into the CRGO supplies because of the BIS restrictions by the Government of India side. But by and large, basically our revenues are now depending on the deliverables in every month. And we are working on those directions that whatever is the marketing requires the numbers to be delivered in monthly basis, we will deliver on those lines.
Okay. Did you see any impact of the elections on the deliverables in this quarter?
No. There is no impact.
It's quarter one is always like this, Sarvesh.
Okay. And this 4,500 to 5,000 crore in standalone revenue that you expect, this is FY'28 sort of a number, right?
FY'27 is 3 years.
Oh, within the next 3 years. So 2,000 and then 2,000 should become like 4,500 crores in FY'27.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what is the expected order inflow sort of a guidance for this year?
But Sarvesh, even when the order comes, we keep basically announcing that, right? Yeah, but we will be having much higher order book what we had in March 31st.
And from a constraint perspective, like of course there's a lot of demand, and I think as you rightly said, customers like Power Grid are also pushing you to sort of do more. So what are the constraints that we are seeing currently in terms of fulfilling the demand, and how do we?
So currently there are some regulations and there are some See, transformer industry had built up over the last 10 years, but unfortunately, the raw material suppliers could not build up on that. And there is, with the sudden increase in raw material and with some restrictions from the government of India, we are facing a little problem in attaining the raw material, and that which is being sorted out as we speak.
No, so raw material and the pricing of the raw material would be one thing, but in terms of other things like building a new facility, are you seeing any constraint in terms of procuring? Because the timelines for those machineries might also go up, given that a lot of players are planning to ramp up at the same time.
That is all lined up, so there are no issues there. We have a commitment from them, and they are genuine suppliers, so we don't worry about it.
Okay, because we've been hearing about
that December 2024 that our plant will be functional. It is because we are aware, we know that our machines will be delivered by November 2024.
Understood. And sir, finally, if I may ask one more question. So, earlier and now, I think for the same level of revenues also we are doing much better margins. So is it because the pricing have gone up or something else which is sort of playing because there is too much demand, so the transformer...
So the pricing has gone up as well as because of operational expenses that we are working on. Both are building in the factor on the profitability.
But mainly it would be like, because earlier when we used to do 300 crores, we used to get like 7-8% margin. Now we are getting 12, 13, 14% margin in the same sort of a scale. So what is the primary contributor here, sir?
Ramesh, right. To understand it bit, you need to understand the customer mix, what we had and what are the opportunities were existing at that time. Right. There were very limited opportunity existing in the transformer industry in 2 years or 3 years down the line, whereas the opportunities are immense and the customer network and customer base is different. So this earlier, the majority of the customers were the state utilities, and top of that the suppliers were more, so cutthroat competition was there. And as a few minutes back, the MD sir has stated that there is ample demand for everybody, so there is no dearth of the orders. So nobody is going and cutting the pricing levels, right? So the prices have better up in last 1 year, 1.5 years time, as well as the operational excellence also, efficiency also has increased in our organization. And both are contributing on that point. If my MVA production increases, definitely my operational efficiency increases and my margins are increasing. So these two factors are in combinedly contributing in this.
Understood, sir. And now that many of the producers are also sort of exporting, up to let's say 20-25% of their top line. So now, given that there is a lot of demand in the domestic segment itself, but of course the export, I would say, would be more lucrative in terms of margins. But do we feel a risk of a government intervention in terms of our export, because the domestic demand might get somewhat delayed because everyone wants to export much more because margins are higher there.
Sarvesh, well understood it. Understand that the product which are getting exposed and product which are basically required in India at this moment are not on the same line. Majority of the product which are getting exports are either the special duty transformers or the solar IDT transformers, whereas in India requires more of the high voltage power transformers. So we don't see any such kind of the intervention from the government. And also, if you just noted when I was replying to Gunjan, I said very categorically clear that we are not running for the exports. We will be basically allocating our additional quantities to the export market. So though these things, we don't see that it is coming into the picture.
Understood, sir. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure that the management is able to address questions from all the participants in the conference, please limit your questions to one per participant. Thank you. The next question is from the line of Srinidhi Karlekar from HSBC. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Thank you for the opportunity and congratulations on great set of numbers. So just wanted to know, do you guys manufacture traction transformer, and are you guys seeing opportunity coming from the Vande Bharat train set traction transformer?
We are working on certain projects. The STATCOM transformers that we are currently we got orders for are for the Vande Bharat program of industry. Vande Bharat trains.
Right. So those are for Vande Bharat. And are the same the traction transformer?
Actually, we see there are two types of traction transformer. One is what we say is track side transformers, and one is which are used in the engine itself. So we are not into the transformers which are used in the engine. We are on the track side transformers. Track side transformer also they have now come out with a special transformer called Scott connected transformer, where they change the line or they convert the line, three-phase line to single-phase line to supply to the railways. And when you have a three-phase transformer like that, three-phase to single-phase, two-phase transformer, it decreases the transmission line cost for the railways. So there are major advantages, and then they balance it in such a way that not a single line is overloaded, because it's all track side transformers. So the supply required by the railway trains is single phase. So you have to have a single phase line, and if you run only single phase line, there will be a chaos in the system. So they have a three-phase to two-phase line which supplies power to the engines or to the railways. Yeah. So so we are into track-side transformers. We are also into Scott-connected transformers. And now, as Satyen said, we are also we got the order for STATCOM transformer, which stabilizes the line. They are mainly used for stabilization of the line so that unequal voltages reduces and no disturbances in the system.
Right. And so the STATCOM transformer that goes into grid application, are you present in that market?
Yes, we are present in that market.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you for answering my question and all the very best.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Amit Mahawar from UBS. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. So congratulations on great results. I just want to understand, we also deal with global peers like GE, Hitachi, etc., right? Broadly, we have made supplies to them, both in India and maybe globally. In FY'24, can you broadly share, what percentage of our sales comes from supplies to some of the global peers?
Amit, I would basically request you to go through our FY'24 investor presentation.
Okay.
So you will get all the details in that, sir.
Okay.
Which is available on the stock market and our website.
Okay, fair. Value of 24. Okay, fair point. Thank you. Second question, sir, is on the export opportunity. Globally, China used to be one of the largest suppliers to the West, with almost $5 billion USD at the peak, exports of Chinese transformers globally, which is not the case right now. They don't get proper reception or audience on the Western grids because of various issues, including security. So, what is the total opportunity for the domestic transmission equipment players, if I right now foresee, particularly from maybe developed markets, if you have that assessment, sir? Thank you.
So, Amit, we would be doing around 25% of our turnover in exports and not beyond that. So, and there are enough opportunities that we are looking at in terms of exports in Europe and in US. So, pretty much 25% is achievable.
Okay. So you're saying broadly in 3 years' time, around 1,000 crore is what you are looking at?
Yeah.
Amit, you want to understand more about the global market scenario, anytime you can connect me, I can guide you on that.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Nikhil Abhyankar from ICICI Securities. Please go ahead.
Sure, sir. Thank you. So I wanted to understand about this cord transformer. So is this kind of a one-time event that the railway is undertaking, and what kind of a total market, what is the TAM for this product?
Nikhil, see, they are increasing the speed of the trains. Right. So whatever are the transformers, beside the new tracks which they are building, they need to change the transformer, because with the existing transformer which are smaller in size, which were taking care of average speed of the train to be 70, 80, now we are talking about an average speed of 120 to 140. So, these transformers are to be replaced immediately. So the railway is in a short supply for the transformer. They are looking for the good vendors, and they are doing everything to ensure that their program for electrifying the lines or increasing the speed of the train does not hamper, So they are in a big way into this. And we are getting the opportunities every now and then from the railways for this. Besides that, metros, just look at the metros. Metros are coming up everywhere and they are expanding so much. Like almost like 80% of the transformers used by metros in Delhi are ours. Ahmedabad is 100% ours, Cochin 100% ours, Goa is ours. So we have been established as a major player in the transformer also for the metros. They are similar to what you require for the trains. They are little smaller, but they are almost the same.
And Nikhil, seeing the size of railway, one-time opportunity in railway will be how large you can analyze yourself, even if it is there.
So, we did some math and we came out with an opportunity of somewhere around 5,000 crores. So, is that fair or will it be higher than that?
We will be not able to answer you this question. The Railway Ministry can give you this answer.
Sure. Okay. So, and just to understand the market for the solar renewables, so is it fair to assume that 1 gigawatt of, say, solar RE will require 1 GVA of IDT transformers? Will it be more or less?
It will be more than that.
It will be more than that.
A little more than that, yeah.
Okay, understood.
See, what happens is IDT maybe 1 GB, but 1 GB you require for evacuating the power to the grid.
Mm-hmm.
So for 1 GB of power, you require 2 GB of transformers minimum. It will be little more than that because they don't want to get the. they don't want to have any outage during the operation. So they prefer to have little larger transformer than they require.
Understood. Sure, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir, and all the best.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Mayank Bhandari from Asian Market Securities. Please go ahead.
Moderator, can you just please take the next 2 or 3 questions maximum and 1 question from each, please?
Sure, sir.
Thanks for the opportunity. Sir, I wanted to know what would be the capex for this year for the expansion you are doing in the Changodar, and as you have given now the guidance for next 2 years, the revenue should reach to almost 4,000 crore. What is our capex guidance for FY'25-26 also?
Mayank, for the current year capex guidance, we have already given in our QIB documents. You can go through that and you can get these details from that. And for FY'25-26, we don't see any capex requirement as of now. It's pretty early for that.
Okay.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Pradeep Singh from Fintrust Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello. So my question is already answered.
Okay.
Hello.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, should we take the next question? Hello, should we take next question?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes. So the next question is from the line of Chinmay Kabra from MK Global Financial Services. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir. Congratulations on a good set of numbers. Just really wanted to get a sense of the inquiry pipeline of 175 billion. Like, if I could maybe get a breakup on a sectoral level. I mean, what is the opportunity side that we would be looking from the solar and the green hydrogen transformer that we are going to be manufacturing going ahead? So just the market size, if any fair understanding of that.
Chinmay, currently we are only taking a few orders. We have only taken a few orders from select few customers of ours who have been very loyal to us. But amongst this 17,500 crores order inquiries, none of them are from solar. Solar we will only start going after the first half. We will start going to people only after the first half. Once we are towards the fully functional plant, we start quoting to customers for solar transformers. So you can expect after September we will start quoting to for solar transformers.
Understood, sir.
From our inquiries, there is nothing in solar.
Sure, sir. Just really wanted an understanding about the capacity utilization.
Hello, sorry to interrupt, sir. You may follow the question queue for follow-up questions. The next question is from the line of Khadija Mantri from Capri Global. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Congratulations on the great set of numbers. So my question is, you said that we are present in STATCOM transformers and grid applications. Can you please comment on the market size and the number of players in this space and the opportunities going forward?
Khadija, I think this question has already been addressed by our chairman and MD actually more than once in this conversation.
Okay, sir. Maybe I missed it. Yeah.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Abhijit from ICICI Securities. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity, sir. So just one question from my end. What is the size of the order that we received for this STATCOM single phase? Could you please quantify that?
That is close to about 198 crores, if I am not wrong. Just give me a moment. 193 MVA. 193 MVA. So I think it should be around 200 crores, somewhere around 200 crores.
Right, sir. So about 1 crore per MVA.
Yeah.
Right. And sir, what would be the proportion of traction transformer business in our order book at the end of Q1?
Currently, Q1 there is nothing that we have manufactured for traction transformers.
Yeah. I mean, sir, part of the order book, like the entire order book, out of that.
Around 5 to 7%.
All right. Yes. So that would be it from me. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Ria B from VS Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so the new capacities that you're adding in September 24 and December 2024, what would be the revenue contribution from each of these facilities?
Riya, this, first of all, this is September and December. Basically, it is the one capacity expansion, which is basically coming by December as of now, right? And this is for 12,000 MVA addition for the entire year.
Right.
And we are expecting close to 1,000 crore rupees addition once it is fully functioned and fully operational.
Okay. And you will expect it to be fully operational, and by what is the timeline on that?
From the December onwards, it is available. It will be available for the production. And as just MD sir has mentioned that from September onwards, we will start taking the order booking for these transformers.
Got it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We will take this as a last question. I would now like to hand the conference to Mr. Subhadeep Mitra for closing comments. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. On behalf of Nuvama Institutional Equities, I would like to thank the management for giving us this opportunity to host the call. Any closing comments from your side, sir? Over to you.
Thank you to each and every one of you for being part of the earnings call and participating in the call. We appreciate your support and trust in us. We hope we have been able to address most of your queries. In case of any further queries that you may have, you may reach out to our investor relation advisor and they will connect you with Concall. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. On behalf of Transformers and Rectifier India Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your line.